Hello everyone. So I just wanted to kind of show you the PowerPoint that we're going to cover really quick. I'm not going to get in depth with it. Please read the chapters 4 and 6 in the textbook. Um, that will help you better understand how the internet does work and the different variations of networks that are available, servers, access points, gateways, and fiber optic lines, Ethernet, and just in general how the system works. Over the next few days, I'll post also the links to the YouTube videos that I have found over the course of the last few days to show you exactly, kind of explains in layman terms on what and how in the internet works. Okay, so PowerPoint, there's quite a bit of information throughout it. I want you to think about the one important question at the very top of this. Is there an Achilles heel, a single point of failure that can be attacked with the internet? So if you really think about it, hey, is there a point on the axis of the World Wide Web that could totally terminate the internet? Think about it really long and hard. Um, there's only one thing that I could come up with, and my class agreed for the physical class on Monday nights, and that's a coronal mass ejection, which is a super big solar storm, and it wipes out all power on Earth. Period. The end. All electronics are fried. We're back in the Stone Age. That would be the only thing I could think of that could completely wipe out the internet. Because there's so many different routers and access points that it would take a huge strategic attack for hackers to hack the internet and shut it down. It's, in my opinion, realistically impossible to do that without having thousands and thousands and thousands of professional hackers to completely overwhelm the networks, because there are thousands of access points and routers throughout the world. So read through the PowerPoint, talks about protocols, Ethernet, IP address. If you're not sure how to find your IP address, shoot me a message on Canvas. I'll show you how it's done. It talks about routers, how routers work, the robustness of the internet, congestion, and streaming. Think about how streaming works and how buffering works. I know we all get irritated at Netflix or Hulu when it buffers, but think about it. How much data is that really using? If you're not sure, look it up. And net neutrality. It's currently not active, but please investigate it. Figure out, should we reactivate it? Why or why not? Does anyone actually own the internet? Who controls it? So just think about those things when you're looking at um, this course load and these subjects. All right, so I'm going to shut that down. Yes, I'm going to save it because I messed with it a little bit. All right. So if you read chapter 4 and 6, it talks about the meta at the very top. That's the language. It's a character set language that UTF-8 is for HTML5. Okay, we only use this now. Don't use anything else. Okay, if you're using anything else in your HTML, it's not going to work by the end of 2020. So get used to typing this up in the head at the very top. Okay, we will cover this at a later date. This is just something that was already there. I kind of used it as a demo. The title, you can put anything you want. Remember that. So meta name, description, this is the content, this is the actual thing that they labeled it as. Remember, this is just a demo. You can label it anything that you want. Now, we're going to start kind of introducing CSS. So cascading styles sheet. We're going to talk about an internal, inline, and external. So this is for the external. So when you guys do this, to link an external, you have your main CSS. So I created main.css. And then I typed in link rel style sheet, because that's what it is. href hyper reference, remember that from last time. Main.css. Now, and then we're going to do type equals, and then see where it says text.css. We're just going to click that, and look at that. It pops right up. Okay, I'm going to make sure that I save that. And that all goes in the head. If you put it in the body, it's not going to work. So my CSS is now linked to my demo. Now remember, if it's not in the same folder, you're going to have to adjust this section. Keep that in mind. Alright, so that's one thing that we're going to cover. Next one, IDs. Okay, this is something for CSS. This is identification. So for my H1, I did headline as the name. Okay, when I go to my main CSS, I do hashtag headline, squiggly line, and then I just mess with this. Font size 48. So when I run this, make sure it's saved. Go to the demo, run. There we go. See, there we go. See where it has this, how big this is? Okay, let's change that. Let's go back to the main CSS. I don't know, guys. Let's go bigger. Why not? Okay, 72. Save. Back to demo. Go to here. Reload. And it's even larger. So let's close this. Let's make sure that it works properly. How about that? Loading preview. Bam. That's huge. Okay. I'm using assignment 3. I want for assignment 4, you're going to use assignment 2 and make some adjustments to it. Okay. So an ID creates a classification or class, and you link it using this, the hashtag, and then you type the name, and then you use the squiggly lines as your brackets, and then you type in whatever your font size is. In Canvas, in your files, under books, there's a CSS cheat sheet. Use it. It helps. Now, for the body, I did a type of, see, this program allows you to kind of actually see what it looks like. But you can change the color to whatever you want. You can use the numbers and the letter combinations. And I do have let me find it right here. There should be a color wheel somewhere around here. Maybe not. I think I closed it. I'm sorry. So you can do Adobe Color Wheel, and it will pop up, guys. Sorry about that. I thought I closed it. I've been in court the last 2 days for custody visitation and finalizing my divorce, and I won. So yay! All right. So the body, I did that, and as if you see this, see that color? Bam. Now, I did another one saying boat. So I'm going to go back to my HTML. Bucket list. Purchase a boat. So we're going to do span ID equals, and then boat. Okay, because I already did this with the other class. So there it is. Then I did color for the font, and then it's going to be dark orchid. So let's save this. Let's rerun this. And look at that, guys. Look at that. It's right there. Dark orchid. Now I can always do strong and a whole bunch of other things within within the CSS to make it bolded or do whatever I want. Okay? Remember, cascading style sheets allow you to style the actual text, font, padding. There's a whole bunch of other things that you can do with this. All right, now, so you guys see that I added an anchor hyperreference right here for Ukiah Aviation because you know what? I want to get my pilot's license. It's on my bucket list. It's something cool. I've always wanted to do it. Now, when we go back to here and we do this, does anything pop up saying where it is or what it is? No. So let's create a target, okay, and a title. So space target. Now, what this does is it allows you to go in and create a new web page or a new tab. So blank means it's going to pop up. Now, we're going to create a title also. Okay, and it's, let's do get your, what in the world? Get your pilot's license. Okay, we're going to save this. We're going to go back to CSS. All right, that's good. Now let's rework it, okay? Let's go back to this. All right. So here. So before when we did the mouse rollover on the here, okay, it didn't do anything, right? All right, watch this. Look at that. Get your pilot's license. We created that with the title. Now I'm going to click it, and look at that. The new tab opens, and Ukiah Aviation webpage pops open. That's pretty cool. So that's how that works. Now span. Span goes from one section to one section. So I created an ID for boat purchase. Okay, I did that, and I gave it a color. Span just says that section is the color. We tried it within the UL. I don't know, it just didn't work. If you want to try it, go right ahead. So, for week 4, whoop, wrong one. Sorry, guys. Assignment 4. You're going to use basic web page that you created, assignment 2, and you're going to be doing the following. If you don't already have the meta character set, you add that to the top. You're going to add a span, just like what I did. Just one line is fine. Okay? Then you're going to add an ID. Add 3 attributes. Add 3 of those bad boys to something. Okay? Give them IDs. Add a body background color. Okay? Or I'll just type it out. Background color. Okay? In the CSS. Add a title attribute. Add the targets. You only need 1 of these. Okay? Adding basic CSC to the internal, inline, and external file. Add CSS formatting to create an assignment left, right, or center. So this one is just a line. That's what you could put it in the actual CSS. It is on that format. Okay, you may also change your pictures, text, or any information that you want on your page. It's worth 30 points. You guys can do it. Okay? Any questions? Shoot me an email. It's due a week from tonight.